Hey, it's Mike again. Let's talk about the Derrick Chauvin trial. Now, everybody does have the right to defense, but this defense has been just terrible. Me, honestly, if you're going to try any defense, you need to play, not guilty for a reason of insanity, or just, plead guilty and admit to what you did. That's how I see it. And you have multiple witnesses, you have multiple people on the stand. But, the defense wants to go, well, he was doing drugs. He, was breaking the law at the time. Really. That he died of other conditions. No, the medical examiner said if there wasn't undue stress on his body, he would have lived. But, they want to ignore that. They want to make excuses. It doesn't matter that he was using drugs or not. It doesn't. That didn't kill him. If that knee hadn't been on his neck, nothing says that he would have died that second from anything else. And you have bystanders. You see kids there, kids standing there watching this, and you continue to have a knee on his neck when this man's crying for his mother. And when he's saying he can't breathe, and you're like, this is a good thing for them kids to see. Well, what's wrong with you? Is what I'd say to Derrick Chauvin. But besides that, you hear all this stuff going on. You can't take your knee off his neck and let him live and put him in the patrol car. When he becomes unconscious for that 4 minutes that he was unconscious on the ground under your knee, couldn't remove it and put him in the squad car. You had 2 other guys with you at least. And the defense that he was afraid for his life because of the angry mob. And I'm like, really? Angry mob, people asking you to get your knee off his neck, offering aid, a mixed martial artist of some sort was there, just happened to be a passerby and said, you're doing it wrong or something like that. That's not the right move. Everybody in the world telling you to get your knee off his neck, to let him live. This was over a counterfeit $20 bill. Now, I don't even know if it was a real $20 bill or not. I never heard that part. But actually, I did that it was. But that doesn't mean that he even knew. And I had somebody laugh at me once when I said that. But that's how counterfeit product works. You sell it, money works is you put it in the market. People randomly use it and, money laundering type stuff like that. It's just a longer thing that I want to get into. But anyway, none of those, that does not carry a death sentence. Like I said at the beginning of this video, that you have the right to a fair trial. So that means George Floyd had the right to a fair trial before he was killed. He didn't have a weapon. He said he was claustrophobic. He warned the officers that he had previously had COVID, that he was worried about getting in the squad car. And how this altercation started by what the earliest video was by an officer yelling at him to get out of his car with a gun drawn. How does that work exactly? You're trying to de-escalate a situation by drawing a gun on someone straight off the bat. None of this makes any sense. But, people want to go, well, cops have such a hard, dangerous job. Yeah. They need to be trained properly and do that job accurately and well. A soldier in Afghanistan has a dangerous job, more dangerous than a cop. Even one building buildings in Afghanistan has a more dangerous job than a cop. Swinging a hammer, building something. American soldier. And they have to take responsibility for themselves if they randomly kill someone. But somehow cops are a race of their own and they have to be protected. No, that's not how it works. Blue Lives Matter. is BS because it's a job you decided to take, decided to go and do. So you're supposed to follow certain laws and procedures. You are not a goon with a gun supposed to kill anyone you feel has, basically, how I see it, insulted you or been rude to you by not listening to every little command that you've said. It's ridiculous. It's a job. You don't need to be doing that job. If you can't control your temper, if you can't actually follow the law and procedure. Anyway, I'm just hoping that he gets found guilty of all charges. Because that city is going to go crazy, and people are going to use that against black people, against all people part of the movement. As see how these people act. Well, they're acting that way because y'all aren't giving them justice. Because y'all are going putting blinders on to anything that's actually happening. Because you're going, well, it's terrible he died. It's terrible. It might have been done wrong, but that's a cop, and we got to protect him. That's a white guy. We got to protect him. What is going on here? It's ridiculous. We got to demand accountability for anybody in any job. And, we got to make the point clear of what we're actually standing for. And when they say, well, look over there, look how they reacted to this, why can't they act civil? It's because you're not acting civil upon them. Because you aren't treating them like humans. You're treating them as lesser. Anyway, that's just a thought.